friends, Kelly here with my layout done for Paige Taylor Evans, her silhouette design team. And I've used the gorgeous Horizon collection and a couple of Paige's really cute cut files. This one is the Swirl Heart cut file and I backed it with paper 3. So for those of you who have never backed a cut file before, check a look at the negatives. That's kind of cute. I might save it for another layout. Basically, the way I did this particular layout, because I wanted specific paper showing in each swirl, I traced it from the front, cut it just a little bit bigger than my pencil marks, and then glued it from behind. There's a lot of different ways to back your cut file. People have ways they like better than this, and that's awesome. But this is the way I get a particular paper into a specific spot in the cut file. So I use Scott's tacky glue in a fine line bottle. It allows you to leave just a very small amount of glue around so it doesn't creep out onto the paper side. It does dry pretty fast, but you have the ability to move it if you need to. So this is the second part of my background, and it's called You Are. There's all kinds of cute phrases in this background. It takes a little while to cut, but it's really, really worth it. You're the peanut butter to my jelly, the flip to my flop, all kinds of really cute sayings. What I did so that I didn't have to stitch these sequins directly to the paper-backed heart was I made an outline of that heart and cut it out of a solid AC cardstock, solid white, and I chain stitched the sequins sort of to match the colors on the heart as I went around. And all I have to do is put some semi-permanent tape back there. I like this tape because it lets you move your paper around a little bit before it dries. It's still pretty tacky. So I set that inside the outline and just kind of made sure all the sequins sat on top. And the sewing didn't take too long. I think it looks really, really cute. I'm a bit of a sequence fiend. Just press it into place and there you go. That's my heart cut file surrounded by sequins, and that got popped up on the You Are cut file, and then I can start doing my embellishments. The middle of the swirl heart has a heart section there that you'll be able to peek through, and I decided to use this 2x2 square from the mini paper pack because it says love you perfectly through that little heart. And so then I used a whole bunch of 3D tape, spade this up here so you don't have to watch the painful process, and that's just going to hold up this heart a little bit above the You Are cut file and all the pretty colors that show through there. And it doesn't take very long. I buy my 3D tape at a number of places. Scrapbook.com has a giant roll. They've just come out with their own product, and I actually really love that. You get quite a bit, and it goes a long ways. So once I got my heart on there, you can see there's a little dimension. I started planning for my photos. The one Polaroid strip comes in the Whimsical collection, and I just turned it over because I knew I wanted both of them to be white, and I cut an extra one on my Cameo. So some of these butterflies are fussy cut, and then there was one from the sticker sheet, and I'm going to end up cutting off the white outline. I like to use this baby powder on stickers. I put that on first so you can handle things and trim them, and there's no problem doing that with your fussy cut scissors. And then they'll all look the same, because if you put that one down anywhere, you can really see the white outline around it. So I go ahead and do that so I can have orange, green, blue, and pink, and set them aside. So I was scrapbooking my wedding photos, which I've never really done. It's been since 2001, that's why we look so young. Anyways, it's Valentine's and I was reminiscing. We got married in Texas and we're from Canada, so that's kind of was a lot of fun to go there for. We're married in April. It was beautiful in Dallas in April. So I decided to put a little piece of paper behind the Polaroid frame just to set it aside a little bit. And I'm using flowers from the ephemera pack to surround my photos, just making like a little vignette of flowers. I wanted it to hang over a little bit, but not too much, because I didn't want to cover up too many of those cute phrases on the UR cut file behind the heart there. And I just used my tacky glue again. It dries quickly, but lets you do a little bit of movement. I turned that over so that the leaves would be hanging over the edge a little bit, and I'm going to pop this one up just to give it a little bit of dimension with my 3D foam tape. One thing I like to think about is if you're using more than one picture in a layout like this, I like to ensure the second photo is about the same distance from the center as my first photo. So you'll see me kind of thinking a little bit about that. Here I just wanted to show you, if you are framing something and it doesn't quite get on evenly, I like to use my Kaiser sanding block. You can take away a little bit of paper very gently, and it turns out perfectly straight. So I'm going to do some more embellishing on the top left hand corner of this layout, again with some of the ephemera from the flower package that you can get for the Horizon collection. I really loved all the colors in this collection. I bought a lot of flowers, and I still have a few. They're just really happy colors for me, and I'm not tired of the rainbow layout. I hope you aren't either. So as you can see, I tried to ensure that there was a little bit of the floral bouquet hanging off the edge, as there is in the bottom right hand collage. And I didn't really want to cover up a lot of the sequins, but you know, you got to cover up things. I like things to be kind of tight. And I decided there was a little bit too much blank space on the left of my photo in the upper left, and so I went ahead and made a small tassel. Just using a piece of scrap, I cut it with these multi-tang scissors. I think mine were Martha Stewart, but a few different companies make them. There's 4 blades on one scissor, and you can make a billion tassels very inexpensively. Well, maybe not a billion. Okay, just a million. And the way I like to start rolling these tassels is using my quilling tool, and it just lets you roll it really tight and get your glue in there at the same time. So I put the quilling tool on the one end of the paper, add a little bit of glue, roll it up and press it along at the same time. And once you've got it all rolled together, I just ensure that there's a good spot of glue on the very end, and hold it for a little bit until it dries, and that's the beginning of your tassel. It's going to look like that in the end. And so I just cut another little piece of paper to make a loop on top, and then an even smaller narrow piece of paper to for the hanger, which I don't really use, but I put it on there anyways. You'll see I decided that the hanger was just a little bit too wide. So this is the beauty of making your own embellishments. If it's not working out, you just change it a little bit. So I cut this a little narrower so it would sit flat on that round tassel, and that worked out really well. Shortly after this, my camera quit, unbeknownst to me. So you see my video skips ahead. I apologize for that. My video skips ahead, but you can still see in the close-up shots at the very end how the tassel was placed on my layout. I'm never afraid to cut embellishments in half so that you can use you know, they kind of go twice as far. You can get them into little tight places. I decided the bouquet on the top there just needed a little bit more to look balanced with the bouquet on the bottom right. So now, yeah, they're not exactly the same, but close-ups. And to get more details, visit me at PaigeTaylorEvans.com. I also have some instruction at CallieMadeIt.com. See you again soon.